good. Welcome, every single person out there. Welcome to TOSTV Match Day Live. It's another wonderful day in the life of every football fan, in the life of Arsenal fans, most especially. Arsenal took on Newcastle today, and the game ended in favor of Arsenal. Yes, maybe a little too late. It's one of those games that didn't really mean much to us, except to get the momentum going in preparation for the next most important match, which is the match against Villarreal. Like I always say, come to me, all you football fans, come to me if you are a football lover. Let's take the game back into our hands. Poor Newcastle today gets beaten by Arsenal. Elneny scores his first goal in the Premier League. I'm so happy for him. Aubameyang returns from malaria with a typical striker's goal, people. Martinelli knocking on the door with an assist. And the match between Manchester United and Liverpool, people, was postponed because a lot of Man United fans stormed Old Trafford. We're going to be getting all that today to you guys. And if you want to join in at this conversation, the link is right there in the descriptions. It's also there in the live chats. You are free to come in. Of course, I will always have to put upon control on it if it gets too much. I cannot manage too many people. I am a very poor manager, but I'm learning, people. I am learning. All right, I've got Mossy Boy in the background. I'm going to bring in Mossy Boy in, and I'm going to be giving shout out to a lot of people. I can see you guys in the chats, but I'm going to be getting Mossy Boy in, and we'll get to hear his thoughts as well. Hello, Mossy Boy. How are you doing?
Yes. It's your Mossy Boy here again.
Okay.
How are you doing? You okay?
I'm all right. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad at all. Not too bad. It looks like it's been weeks that we spoke last time, but it's only just like a few days back.
Yeah, man. Is that how you guys miss me so much, man? You're making my head swell.
We do, man. We do. Trust, we do. Yeah, we need to do this more often. That's right.
I know. I knew there's a show we talked about, which I haven't told anyone yet, apart from you guys. But listen, it's in the pipeline. I'm just having a lot of things to deal with right now. Outside football, life comes first at the end of the day.
Of course, definitely. Football is second to it's a hobby. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right. About the game, it's just that. I'm gonna be honest with you today. I never celebrate any of our goal today. I just kind of like. Well, we won, you know.
Are you serious?
But I'm telling you, if we get to Europa League final, maybe I'm gonna celebrate the goals. But it doesn't make any changes to our position in the league. You understand what I mean? So So the game is just what it is. Newcastle, all those sort of teams they're just the team we should beat.
I mean, Newcastle is fighting. I mean, they're trying to keep their head above water. Obviously, I think they have about
7 teams
6
now.
points.
9 point clear relegation zone at the moment.
Is it 9? Okay. 9, This other team, Fulham, didn't win yesterday. Yeah, I was rooting for them to win yesterday. Against Chelsea. So I think they're pretty much safe in a manner of speaking.
But this is what I'm saying. Look at Fulham that we struggle to beat. Look at Chelsea teach them lesson yesterday. That's where this is the reason why Fulham are where they are in the table. Those are the teams we should be beating.
But didn't we beat Fulham the first leg though?
Yeah, but that's the first game of the season. The second game of Fulham should be which Arsenal should be doing double on like Fulham or like Newcastle, all those sort of teams. We should be doing double on them in the season. This season alone, we have what is it called? Aston Villa, Wolves, and Everton, which it has never happened in Arsenal history. Those 3 teams have done double on us. If you understand, it's kind of like that's why today, our win today against Newcastle, it doesn't really kind of excite me at all. Because I believe that those are the games that we should be winning.
Okay. Hold your thoughts, yeah? Hold your thoughts. Yeah. Let me just do a quick shout out to a few people here. Randy Viper, what an introduction. Are you talking about the introduction to my video? Or what do you really mean by that?
You don't need a coach.
You don't need a coach. In what regard? In what regard? What exactly do you mean?
There is one AFTV interview you did that you said you don't need a coach. I don't know what you're trying to say there, but that is part of your introduction.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. I totally forgot. Yeah. That's true. I totally forgot that. Yeah. That's true. Thanks for unblocking me, Tade. Do you know what? I have absolutely no idea how you got blocked, because I had to find out how to check for the list of people that were blocked, and for some weird reason,
I know why.
Your name was there.
I think it's YouTube, the reason why Ryan the Viper get blocked, because he always sleep Leno all the time. That's why.
That's a very good reason. You see, even YouTube disagrees with you. YouTube disagrees with you, because I did not block you. I don't think I would know if I blocked you, because for you to block someone, you need to go to the About tab and you need to click. You have to go to the person's profile, I think. I don't know if you can do it from the chats. I'll have to check it, but except I did it mistakenly. I didn't do it on purpose, right? I will never do that to you. Hey, Sakaya, how you doing? How you doing? I'm good, oh, my brother. I'm good. My Ghanaian brother.
Come on, man. Sakaya needs to come on. You just, you know.
Yeah. I mean, most people just prefer the chats, you know. Randy Viper, this is why Matt Ryan. Oh my God, this guy is not gonna let us rest now, because Matt Ryan started the game. He's not gonna let us rest. He's gonna keep going about it. Jesus Christ. He did well, though. He did well, Matt Ryan. But we'll get to him in the player ratings. We'll get to him in the player. I just want to take a few more comments. And then we'll go straight into player ratings. Masterclass has to start now. Come on. He doesn't just start like that. He doesn't work like that, man. He's a semi-final. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. We'll talk more about that. What a finish from Oba. He defied gravity for a few seconds. Yes, that was a very great finish. I'll say more to Martinelli as well, because Martinelli, that was a very good cross with his left foot. Put it right on a plate for him, and obviously he ran into the ball and levitated and got the volley. Randy Vapa, it's no surprise we win when there's no Leno and Saka in the team. People are gonna come at you, man. The way you're getting at Saka, people are gonna come at you. Trust me, people are gonna come at you. I think the same Mossy boy on the Matt Ryan should be our number one, Akuma number 2, Runasi number 3. Listen, man. All right, this sports game is dreadful. You keep telling us about the sports game, Liam. We need to hear the updates, because I wasn't even looking forward to it. The only thing I care about is Hurricane, because I've got Hurricane in my fantasy. So that's the only thing I care about right now. I don't care about anything. If you give them 2 goals, good and fine. All right, let's get straight into the player ratings, okay? Let's get straight into the player ratings. All right, Aubameyang. Let's analyze the game. How did you see Aubameyang's game today? What's your thought about Aubameyang?
Yeah, well, today is kind of I don't know whether he's been watching all the shows on YouTube, what people say about him. It kind of get more into the game. You can see he's coming to collect the ball like what Lacazette normally do. But because that's not his game, it doesn't really do it particularly well, I would say. But he's kind of getting himself involved in the game, because Aubameyang is a striker that, look at the goal he scored today. He just run to the ball and just finish. He knows how to finish, but it's not the ball that can bring other players into play. So
you mean he's not the type of player that can bring other people into the game, the way Lacazette does, where he holds up the play, he can play the true balls in, he can do the flicks to the players, and that strong presence, I guess, in the 18-yard box. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. That's what I'm trying to explain. It's just like he's a striker that he runs to the ball. It's not a striker that he pick up the ball and just be direct. Aubameyang is not a direct striker that, when you pick up the ball, you run at a defender, you do like 1 or 2 leg. No, it's not that type of striker. So he scored today as well. He is looking a little bit sharper than previous game as well, which is that's what we want for the striker.
Do you think Newcastle made the game a lot easier for us? Because I did a quick comment on my Instagram, and what I said on there was I felt Newcastle were very poor today. I mean, I'm not taking any credit away from Arsenal Football Club. Obviously, it's my club, and obviously they were not there to play. They played football, right? But then again, I did feel that Newcastle today were a bit either they were unsure of how to go against Arsenal, or maybe they were just scared, or maybe it's inferiority complex.
Maybe
but they didn't really do much, did they?
The manager just told them in the changing room that, look, let them win. If they don't let them win, they're going to take Joe Willock away from us. So let them win. That's what I think that's what their manager said to them. So because you can see Joe Willock every time he come from the bench, he rescue a point for them. So now, if they really want him, then Arsenal can just say, "Oh, if you want him, you need to pay." You understand what I mean? So yeah, I think maybe probably that's one of the reason why. But Newcastle, to be honest, joke apart, they're poor. They're really. I was watching Elneny today. It looks like was it a Busquets in that midfield. I'm not kidding.
And he gets his first goal.
He's getting his first goal as well.
Goal in the Premier League.
I was like, who is this? Do we just sign a new midfielder or something? It was just like kind of everywhere, just spraying the pass. Like I was like, I think we just got Busquets from somewhere. Like,
I mean, I made mention of Elneny, right? And actually, we're supposed to be talking about Aubameyang, but I just have to say this, right? Elneny should probably have a one-on-one session with Thomas Partey on how to shoot, because the truth about the matter is, whether we like it or not, he still gives his shots right on target. Thomas Partey has only had one shot on target since he came into Arsenal Football Club. Every single shot is way off target. You know, there's one thing for you to be close to the target, right? But Thomas Partey's shots are wayward. They are far away from the target. It's almost like he has never shot a football in his life. He's so poor, right? And one thing Elneny is good at is taking those shots when it matters. Let's not forget that the same Aubameyang that we're rating right now miscued the cross that came into him. The cross came into him, he miscued it, and then the defender put it in the path of Elneny, and Elneny got it. Maybe the goalkeeper should be doing better there, I think. I can't remember the goalkeeper's name for Newcastle. I thought he should be doing better there, but he let the goal go in. But who cares? At the end of the day, he puts a shot on target.
On target, that's right,
And what I'm hearing is, I think the commentator was saying that they said they've been training with Steve Round on shooting. I don't know if it's the whole team or maybe it is just Elneny, but they said they've been staying behind for shooting practice. So if they've been staying behind for shooting practice, I bet you maybe Thomas Partey has been taking last position in the class, because
I kind of believe that. Look at the shot Xhaka took as well. That is going in.
But Xhaka doesn't even need practice from anyone. Xhaka has been good with the shots.
Yeah, that's right. So,
I mean, we all know Xhaka has it in him. The only problem is he's not agile enough.
He's not. Yeah.
So what are you going to give Aubameyang?
As I was saying on Aubameyang, I think it took him off to get him ready for Thursday night. So,
I agree.
Yeah, so I would give him 6 today.
You give him 6?
Yes.
He scored a freaking goal.
Yeah, he scored a goal. Yeah, I'll give him 6.
He scored a goal, not an easy goal. No, and that goal was not easy.
Yeah,
the run into space.
If he doesn't score a goal today, we'll be getting 5. He scored a goal, so I'm giving him 6.
He scored a goal.
Like I said to you, this game doesn't really matter to us. It doesn't affect our league. It doesn't affect our league position anyway.
So what does that have to do with the rating of a football performance? That has nothing to do with the rating of a football game.
Yeah,
we don't care about whether or not he doesn't.
I'm rating him overall today. Tell me,
but if you're rating him overall,
okay. Let me ask you one question, Taddy. I want you to took out the goal. Let's forget about the goal he scored. Tell me, what has he done today?
He scored a goal.
Apart from the goal.
He scored a goal.
No, apart from the goal, took the goal out.
He scored a goal.
Come on, he scored a goal. Okay,
I don't know what you want me to say. He scored a goal. Listen. The reason I'm tackling you right now is because I asked you. I was surprised you gave him that rating, and I asked you. I mean, I wanted you to give me the reason why, and then you went on and started saying stuff about the game don't mean anything. I don't care about whether the game don't mean anything. I'm bothered about the performance today, and that goal he scored. From what I've seen from many of the players in Arsenal Football Club, I'm sorry, many of our players might not score those kind of goals. I'm sorry. That was a striker's goal. Many people will not even be in the position in the first place.
One thing you need to say is, he's a striker. Strikers score goals. So if you tell me that he scored a goal, apart from striker scoring goals, It doesn't. Apart from the goal he scored, it doesn't contribute.
Do you know what? I'm gonna bring Akuma in. I'm gonna bring Akuma in now. I need to hear another opinion before I look at the chat, because you give him a 6. I feel I don't know, man. I don't know. What's up, Akuma? How you doing? Can you hear us? Because you are live right now.
Maybe probably.
Can you hear us? Sleeping. He's still sleeping.
Oh,
he's sleepwalking. Are you sleepwalking? We cannot hear you.
No, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you. No, we cannot hear you now. I can. No. I'm trying to read your lips. No, we cannot hear you now. Check your microphone. Check your microphone and maybe dial back in or something.
We cannot hear you. You're on mute on YouTube or something.
Yeah, not YouTube, on the app, you mean? Call back in. I'll kick you out. Call back in. Yeah, call back in. All right. Okay, people, let's see what the guys are saying on the chat, because I'll be interested to see what people are saying about Oba. Randy Viper, who is a massive critic of a lot of players, gives him an 8. That's a big contrast from what you gave him. You give him a 6. I think that's a bit harsh if you ask me, though. But anyway, let me see what the guys are saying. Liam Vince, Newcastle always sits defensively and did not really attack without Willock. Yes, I agree. Randy Viper, Mossy Boy, I have a similar tree wall art.
Oh, yeah, he's talking about my tree on the wall. Look. Behind
I was wondering what he's talking about. Aston Manic, it was a walk in the park. Doesn't change the position on the manager. Wins here and there against the likes of Sheffield United and Newcastle. Doesn't redeem Arteta. Okay, let's talk about the game. Elneny looked like Messi against Messi is a stretch, don't you think? All right, what's up, all? I'm too lazy to mention everyone one by one. Okay, let me just see if I can.
No, that's Aston Manic.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look for anything on the rating for Aubameyang. Randy Van Persie gives him an 8. So what if he scored a goal? If you score a goal, you should get 10. I don't know why. The question now is, what is your rating? You see, this is the thing about Aston Manic. Let me tell you one thing about Aston Manic, right? It's either he agrees or disagrees or criticizes. But I never hear you give me a proper argument. Give me a proper argument. Tell me why you feel he is correct. Give me a very good analysis of the game. All you do is either say someone is incorrect or correct. No, give me an analysis of the game. Let me understand your reasoning. You know, that's how I communicate. Not you just coming and saying, oh, yeah. No, give me your reasoning. I want to hear your opinions on this. Give me your reasoning. Hello, Akuma. Can you hear us now?
Yeah. Is that better now?
That's better.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better.
How are you doing?
Okay, cool. I'm good. I'm buzzing, man. We won our fight on Friday.
Oh, good. Massive.
Nice.
I hope you made some wonderful saves, right?
Yeah, I'll show you the highlights. Yeah, later.
Fantastic. But before we digress, right, because there's something hot going on here, and you came in at the right time. Because we were rating Aubameyang, right? And I want you to tell me how you rate Aubameyang, because Mossy Boy here gives him a 6, and he hasn't given me a compelling argument for why he gives him a 6 today. And I want a compelling argument.
Yeah, it's hard for me to do that because I was with the in-laws today sorting wedding plans. I didn't really watch the game and stuff, so it's hard for me to give it
so how are you gonna analyze then?
It's hard to analyze this. Yeah, I'm on a bus. Yes, so.
All right, cool. That's fine. I just want to look through the comments, and I'll get back to you. Good evening to you, Tony Blackwell. How you doing, man? What's good? All right. Arsenal Manic over 300k per week, and he scores a goal. So what? 6 is fair. Okay. Still Arsenal Manic. Mossy Boy 6 is actually too generous. Wow. Okay, the other people are not saying anything about. Listen, guys, what are you gonna rate Oba? I want to hear what you guys have to say. What are you gonna rate Oba? I want to hear what you guys have to say. Whoops, Bill just scored. All right, good for him. I want Hurricane to score, not Bill. Tony Blackwell, Obama is rating 6. Obama is smiling 9. Huh? Other than that, he didn't do much at all today. So Aubameyang's rating is 6 and his smiling is 9. Oh, wow, what a rating!
That's a good rating, that one.
Okay, listen. I don't know. Few people are only giving rating. I think Jesse here gives him a 7, man of the match. All right, listen. To be honest with you, yeah, I can hear myself. By the way, Akuma. I don't know if it's
Okay.
you. All right. So I would have given him a 7. Okay, I would have given him a 7. But since you're the one rating and other people here are not really giving anything apart from Randy Viper and do you know what? I think we should meet halfway. Jesse gives him a 7. I think it's a 7. Randy Viper thinks is a 8. I think 8 is a bit too high. I think we'll stick to 7 on this one.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Oh wait, hang on. James Dunlop, 6. I would go for 2. He got a goal but didn't offer too much. Oh my God. Okay, you know what? We'll stick to your 6. We'll stick to your 6 because now we've got 3. We've got 3 against other 3 people that have different ratings. So you know, we'll stick to your 6 on this one. That's fine. All right. Let's talk about Martinelli quickly. Today, I will just start by saying,
let me just give my
thoughts quickly. No. You. I think I'll give it to Akuma. I don't know if Akuma is going to be doing much rating today because obviously he didn't watch the game that much. For me, I would say Martinelli today, he really disturbed. Was it Murphy? Was it Murphy that was on the right back?
Yeah, Murphy.
Yeah, he really disturbed him. There were several times he was able to beat him and he was able to put in a few crosses here and there. Although the defense did their work for Newcastle, they were able to clear some of his crosses here and there. Although they couldn't stop the one that he gave to Aubameyang for that goal. Yeah. So I would say for the fact that this guy really tried to announce himself and he got an assist at the end of the day and he was a thorn in the flesh of the right back, I would say I will be giving him. Unfortunately, he didn't get a goal. Do you know what? I was gonna give him the same rating with Aubameyang. If I was gonna rate Aubameyang, I was gonna give him a 7 simply because I felt there was a telepathic connection between himself and Aubameyang. It was a proper communication because let's not forget what led to that goal that Aubameyang scored was Aubameyang that started it. He got dispossessed. Odegaard took control of the ball. Odegaard then gave a pass to the wing to Martinelli. And at that moment, I saw Aubameyang's run. And this is why I say it's very important because for us fans, it's very easy for us to underrate the striker's movement in the box and positioning for a goal. And this is one of the reasons why I give credit to Aubameyang for that. Because what happened was he put himself in a space whereby this guy can whip the cross in, which was with his weaker foot. He could whip the cross in such a way that the keeper would not want to come out for the ball. At the same time, he was going to elude the defenders. And he got to the far end where Aubameyang was waiting for. That was a direct pass to him. So I say that was a very intelligent cross. It was a very massive time for Martinelli to shine. And listen, he's actually trying to stake his claim for the starting 11 for Villarreal. However, you could see from the starting lineup with the likes of Bukayo Saka, with the likes of Emu Smith-Rowe, and with the likes of Pepe not starting this game, you could tell already that they are being saved for the game against Villarreal. So in my mind, I'm already thinking that, listen, Aubameyang, Saka, Pepe might still be the ones starting that game. And listen, Pepe has earned it in the Europa. Let's not lie. Pepe has earned it. So it's going to be difficult for Martinelli to come and displace. Because if Martinelli should start, he's either going to get rid of Pepe or Saka. Do you think that's going to happen? I don't think so. I don't know what your thoughts on Martinelli and what are your thoughts on what I've just said. What do you feel about this, Akuma? Let me ask Akuma first. What do you feel about what I've just said, Akuma?
Yeah, can you guys hear me now? Is it clear?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Yeah, good.
I can hear myself.
Yeah,
we can hear. I think we can hear. So I don't know if you're using the headphones or you're just using.
Yeah, I'm using the headphones. Yeah, let me see if I can change that. 1 second.
All right, because I can really hear myself, and I don't know if the guys are gonna like to hear my ugly voice.
No, we can't hear you. No.
You know what? Just go on. That's fine. Just go on. I think I'll just mute myself. Just go on. We can't hear you anymore. No.
Is that better?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Better. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Fantastic. I cannot hear myself anymore. Good.
I can't hardly hear.
All right, Martinelli. I was talking about Martinelli. I was talking about his impact on the game today.
Hold on 1 second. Audio inputs, audio settings. Okay, I'm gonna have to come back, guys, man. Sorry.
Technical difficulties.
Okay.
My output seems to be a little bit dodgy today. Okay, so I might have to come back.
Come back in. All right, going back to you now. I think you'll be the one to talk about this. So Martinelli, everything I just said and your thoughts.
Yeah, Martinelli today. First of all, I want to talk about the pass he gave to Aubameyang to score. Man, you can see 2 touches. They passed the ball to him. He used the right leg to shift that ball to the left foot, and he just whip it in one time, bang. And you know, that's very, very intelligent. And today, his work rate today is absolutely phenomenal. You see, that Murphy guy that you're talking about, every time I watch him play for Newcastle, I always look at him that this guy always do a decent job. And this guy is a quick player as well.
Yeah.
He's very quick. But look at what Martinelli did to him today. It makes him look like ordinary. But I don't think Martinelli will be playing on Thursday because he played full 90 minutes today. However, if I can see, if the manager can be intelligent enough and bring out Xhaka from left back, put Saka to the left back, and play Martinelli on the left wing, those two guys, those two young kids, and we've seen them play there together before, that would be very lethal. I'm telling you, because the interchange.
Can I say something though? You made an interesting point there, which I'm struggling. Saka is the young best player this season. Not just, I mean, not just in Arsenal Football Club.
Yeah.
Don't you think it's going to be a waste
on the left
playing him at the left back? Don't you think it's going to be a waste? Because we need Saka up front. Yes, we know he can play the left back. But it's going... Look, this season he's been the best player.
Yeah, he's been the best player.
But keep playing him in the left back.
But Tade, we don't need Xhaka on the left back anymore. Because, first of all, okay, we don't know what he's going to do anyway. Because now, is he going to be playing Partey and Elneny in the middle? Or who's... Because Partey and Xhaka they're the best pair in that midfield. If you understand.
So why not play Suarez on the left then and still keep Saka up front? Why would you push Saka to the left?
No, I'm just saying that this is what we've seen there before, and two of them work together. They play really well together on that left. So it's not like, look, you know, you see Xhaka playing left back with Pepe. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't really kind of work for me. You want someone that is you're going to be playing left back or right back that is going to work well with your two wingers. You understand? So yeah, you know, today this guy, he played really well. It's still like what we always said about this guy. 90th minute, this guy is still running as if the game only just started.
Were you scared were you scared when
I thought that's it. Now he's going to go. Yeah, I thought he's going to go out again for probably for another few weeks before he comes back. Thankfully, boy, that Newcastle guy, even though the game is
he was
done
sorry.
Anyway.
He was sorry. He was reckless. He was sorry for it because
but the game is done anyway. I don't think
that was a stupid decision from him. That was a stupid decision from him.
Yeah, but the game is gone completely. Just let him have it. Let him. It's not turning to you. He's playing backward. Let him have it.
Yeah.
But young, growing up playing football, what my coach always tell me is, if the striker is backing you and you can see his number, let him have the ball. Just shadow him until, if the striker is playing back, it's not harming.
Yeah, he charged in when he shouldn't be charging in.
He just
need to guide him away from the goal. That's what he should have done, isn't it? All right, cool. Let's see what the guys are saying before we move to the next player. Martinelli gets 7 for his appetite for a constant movement off the ball. Martinelli 7. I think most people are agreeing with me. I'm surprised. I am surprised. Jeez, people agree with me. No one agrees with me. James Dunlop, nothing really, Manek. Okay, this is just a conversation. I think I need to read this properly on the screen. How come I have to give reasonings, but you don't ask anyone else? Singling me out. Is it because I'm good looking and hench?
That's a good one. That's a good comeback of that.
Jeez, man. I'm not even going to respond to that, man. Jesus Christ. Tony Blackwell, Martinelli 7 for his lack of game time. He still offered much more than most of the players. As I said earlier, he's on the bench on Thursday. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is what I said earlier, right? Him being on the bench on Thursday, we have to, in as much as I've been a critic of Pepe, you cannot deny the fact that Pepe has his best games in the Europa.
And Pepe as well, he scored more goals in the Europa for us.
Yeah.
Mostly than any other player. Yeah.
Exactly. So you can't, and then you have Saka. So it's either one of them leaves for Martinelli, or you don't play Aubameyang. And I think Aubameyang needs to start.
I want to say something. I don't want to see both Smith Rowe and Odegaard in that game. It's one or either.
I don't think Odegaard is going to start that game. I really don't think
he didn't finish the game today. He came off.
I don't know if Odegaard is going to start that game. From what I saw in that game, the first leg, except that there's someone that said something, right, about Odegaard. Odegaard plays well with Aubameyang in the sense that when Aubameyang makes those runs, because Odegaard is quite good in giving the passes, he's quite good in giving those slicing through balls and all that. He needs a runner. That's how he operates. The only thing that can make Odegaard really operate and tick is when the runner makes those runs for him and then he can give those passes and locate the player. If he doesn't have that, he's really out of the game. And we saw that in that other game. He was totally out of the game against Villarreal. He couldn't really offer much because we were blunt going forward. There was no runners. It was more of sideways passes, defensive game, and he was out of the game. So I'm looking at that again, and I'm thinking to myself, if you have Aubameyang, and in as much as we criticize Aubameyang this season, it's very obvious that we need that striker. We need someone in that box that knows what he's doing. But let's pack some of these things because we're still going to go to some of these players. Quickly. James Dunlop here says 7. He gives pace and energy. I think almost everyone agrees with.
We just go with what people said anyway. So.
You guys are not serious, man. You know, we'll stick to 7 for this. Okay, we'll stick to 7 for this, and then we'll move to the next player on the list. Willian, I don't know if Willian. You rate Willian, man. I don't know what he did today. To be honest, you rate Willian.
I would just give him standard 5 because just what I'm seeing today, it doesn't really all the crosses, all the like what I said to you in the last show. That Arsenal actually signed a set piece taker coach on August 7th, 2020.
Wow, you remember the date?
Yeah, just because our set piece before he came in was poor because they want to bring a set piece coach in, so we'll be better on set piece. Now it's worse up than what it was before. Look at all the crosses it took. Look at all the free kick it took. He just keep going over the overall, you know. But you know, maybe probably that's what the manager is asking him to do. Because since the game of the first game of the season against Fulham, I've never seen this guy again. Maybe his age is telling, or
I've been saying it that this guy is getting old. You guys think I'm joking? I'm not. You can see that he's trying.
He's trying. He's trying
to close down play. He's trying to run. His legs are not willing. The soul is willing. The body is not willing. You can tell when someone is getting old. He should probably just say, you know what, guys, I'm just gonna go make money now in China or in America. This guy is still gonna be paid a big money if he goes to one of those big clubs. One of those clubs in Asia, or it depends on him and his family, though. But honestly, I think he's
and something in football. Something is football about old age. When you get to that old age, it's either you're constantly getting injury or your leg is not allowing you to do what you want to do. Your legs are not. They're not. Your feet. It's not like you're not fit. You're fit, but your legs are
your body is
weak.
Not.
Your body is not.
No, listen, guys. I'm gonna open up to you guys, right? Yesterday we played a cup game. We played the third round for the FA in my league yesterday. Right. This season, my manager and I have already had our discussion. This season, I'm going to be a bit part player. I've been told. I wish my manager can join this live. I've been told, and this is an agreement between me and him. Because for the last 1 year, I can't last 90 minutes anymore. I'm getting old. It's the truth. Yesterday, I came in, I played 20 minutes. And after that 20 minutes, it was raining yesterday. It was one of the worst conditions to play because it was raining here yesterday. I got in. And the whole of yesterday, I have my massage. Let me show you guys. Yeah, this is the massage, right? This is the massage machine. I just got one of those. I just got one of these, and the reason I got this is simply because I've been having too many muscle pulls, too many cramps, too many hamstring injuries. Guys, I'm still trying to do what I used to do when I was 21. I can't do it anymore. My body is not letting me. By the way, I scored a goal yesterday, the third goal. Anyway, I just had to put that in there. But so I came in, I did that. And then towards the last 20 minutes, towards the last few minutes, I asked my coach if I could move to the defensive midfield. He didn't want me to. I was begging. I was like, let me just go to the defensive midfield so that I'm just going to sit back and I will not be running up and down. But the point of these things, people don't really understand all these things. I do. I've been there. I know my body is giving up. So some people just need to understand. Some people don't really, people are in denial as well. Some players are in denial. They don't really understand that they just need to let go and just, you know what, go and play in a less paced league, whereby it's not, you're not going to be stressed anymore. That is what you should do for your career and for your sake. But anyway, let's move on.
That's one of the reason why. One thing quickly. That's one of the reason why you see when Rooney, when he doesn't play as a striker. He just dropping where he doesn't have to do too much run. He just pick up the ball and just spread it. That's it. So that's one of the things. And Harry Kane is going towards that end as well now. You can see he just pick up the ball and just spread it. He doesn't do that much running. So yeah.
All right, let's do a few comments here. This is a funny one. I kept it on the screen on purpose. Some things never change on this channel. Technical difficulties, technical issues. If you've been on this channel, you will know I've been having issues a lot. And this is my time to apologize for the guys that came on Friday. I really apologize from the bottom of my heart. It's not my fault. It's beyond me. I don't control the internet in my house. There's nothing I can do about it except get another provider. But I have a reason why I'm still sticking to these providers. It's the reasons best known to me. And I had to do the stream 3 times because it kept on cutting me off. It was really frustrating, really annoying. And I could understand people are pissed off, but look, all I can do is apologize. You know what I mean? This is another comment. Osman Ali, big up to you, man. I think he's talking about Martinelli. Okay, he's talking about the whole thing. Martinelli is getting better. Arteta is coaching him well. Gabriel was good too. Luis is sad. Is a sad loss. Do you know what about Luis? Oh my God, this is the thing I keep talking about, right? Remember you and I had this argument about you playing players. You see, this guy just came back from injury and he's gone back again. This is the danger. We're not privy to some of the communications and the information that these players have with their medical staff or they have with their coach. They could say they are fit, and really they're not. But you can never know. You're not inside.
One thing you need to know is Luis is not a young man anymore. You can, if a young man will probably kind of just came back from injury and just like, okay, his body can still. Luis is an old man. He's just like this guy on the screen now. You can he might probably be fit. He's been training all week and he's been doing what he has to do. He's doing it perfectly right in training. Then when it comes to a match, because match game is more intense than training game. So you have to constantly be on your toes. The manager might look at it and say, yeah, he's fit. He can play another 90 minutes for me. So now someone said something on the AFTV interview that this might be the last time we see Luis in Arsenal shirt.
There's been rumors that he might leave anyway.
Because I don't. However, every time these guys play in that defense, you can see the organization in that defense. You can see that Gabriel is not rushing.
He needs a leader next to him. Yeah.
He needs someone that is experienced next to him. And one of the guy that I used to play with, he came. Which club does he came from again? I can't remember. Gabriel Magalhaes. I can't remember which.
It's a French team, isn't it?
It's a French team. Yeah, that guy that he was playing with said he's a young kid. He needs someone that is experienced next to him, and we're going to see the best of him. Look at him today. He doesn't go in rashly. Every time he pick up a ball at the defense at some point, he just run all the way to the edge of the box of Newcastle. I'm not sure whether it's because of Newcastle that let him run wherever, but he's so calm on the ball today, and it's because a countryman of him of Brazil playing next to him. They can speak in English and they can speak in Spanish at the same time. They can speak so many different languages between them, and it kind of look. It's really good to have him, even though if we're going to just keep him just to be in the changing room and just like share his experience with all those young players, I don't mind.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, he wants to play football, so
he wants to
needs to play at the end of the day.
Yeah, but okay, let's
move forward from him now. Let's move forward. We're dwelling too much on him. Okay. What's Tony Blackwell saying? Tony Blackwell said, "Tade, you know what a bit part player means in layman terms." I'm not even going to respond to that. Arsenal Manic, Tade, Claude is sorely missed. I miss him being here and disciplining you. Since he's not here, you have been a rebel. I miss Claude too. I don't know about me being a rebel. I'm not sure what you guys mean by that.
Claude, trust.
Randy Viper, you didn't need a massage device. You multiple girlfriends give you. Okay, do you know what? There was another comment I saw. I'm not even going to respond to some of these things that are non-footballing matters. There was another comment I saw about.
So, Tade, they're actually giving you a solution here. You know, look at.
No, I'm not. I'm all right from. I'm all right from the ladies' side of things. Okay, don't worry about me. I'm cool. Just one thing I was gonna say, because Arsenal Manik, you were questioning what I said about Saka. I said Saka is the young best player this season. That's what I said. Not the best player this season. The young best player. That's what I said.
Player, yeah.
All right. Yes, someone needs to set study straight for his unconditional love for Leno and Saka. Listen, whether you like it or not, they are not unconditional love. They are unbiased opinions, which I've told you 100%. I'm very unbiased with my opinions. I'm not going to go on players simply because you want me to. Hello, Akuma. Finally, Akuma has gotten home.
Now, so I've got a proper internet connection now. Sorry about that.
That's good. Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, welcome back, man. Tade, you are not old. Trust me, I am getting old. You have no idea how old I am. Maybe some of the guys on the stream are a bit older than me.
Yeah, I'm 37. So I'm
there's an older person than me, isn't it? I'm gonna be 35 in a few months, you know. So I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there. Listen, let's go straight to Pepe. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go straight to Pepe. I can't read all the comments, unfortunately. I think this is gonna take me a bit more time. Big up to you, Mark Lewis. I think this is the first time I'm seeing him on this channel. Is the decision to cancel the Man U versus Liverpool match the right decision? Okay, Akuma, give me your take on this matches, because I was going to talk about that maybe later, but let's talk about that now.
Yeah,
I have something to say about this, right?
Yeah.
But what's your opinion on Manchester United match being cancelled?
I think what's happened is that the fans that have gone into the stadium have just lost their moral high ground. You see, because this could be spam. To say,
sorry, can I stop you there? Is there any way you can put a light on your face?
Oh yes,
is it possible?
Let me see.
If it's not possible, forget it. Okay. It's just that most of the times we don't see your face and people want to see the beautiful person that you are. But anyway, go on.
Yeah, is that better? Is the light better now?
What about the light behind you? If you put it off,
okay,
is it going to affect things?
Let me see. 1 second.
All right then.
Is that better?
Yeah, that looks like it.
All right, no worries.
Just use your head to cover that light, then you're fine. Use your head to cover that light, you're fine. Yeah.
Sure. Oh, so let me do that. That's better now.
That's way better.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think the United fans some of the United fans that stormed into the stadium have just lost their moral argument now, because this is going to be used as spun to say, look at these thug fans that did what. If they had to stay like the Arsenal fans did 2 weeks ago, you've got the moral high ground. The fact that you burst in now, this is going to be spun to say that look at these thug United fans, you know, and stuff like that. That's going to be the story now. The story is not about the protest. The story is going to be about the fans bursting in, cancelling the game. You see, because you want to make a protest, you want to make it effective, so you want to win people on your side, especially the neutrals who are 50-50 on whether the Glazers should be in or out. The fact that you stormed in could turn it, you see, unfortunately. So
here's the thing, right? Obviously, they've stopped the game because of security risks, right? Yeah. And there was a tweet that I don't know if I can put that tweet on, but that guy simply said something, and I replied to that tweet because I was in disagreement with that tweet. Okay. He said something in the lines, I can't remember the exact words, but he said something in the lines of, what security risk? That there was no security risk. And I was like, why would you say there's no security risk? Every single person that came in there, they were not searched.
There you go.
They busted in. They stormed into a ground. Right, with all the COVID protocols that all the staff, all the players go through. Nobody in that place that came in, in the guise of protesting were checked. They don't even know whether or not they tested positive, whatever.
Exactly.
So of course there is a security risk. And I also saw a lot of people on some of the clips on there. They were removing the net. They were kicking the ball. They were vandalizing.
You're losing your moral argument. Yeah. By all means, protest. But if you're going to protest, have the moral high ground. Because if you lose the moral high ground, your protest is in vain. As much as noble your cause is, like, for example, I can protest against racism. But if I go to the city centre, start storming and breaking down glasses in buildings, just look at me. If you can look at this black guy just trying to destroy a thing.
And you would get charged for that as well.
Exactly. And these people just literally.
Another thing I want to say to that is, for example, now let's say one of the Glazers is in the stadium today. The way they were, not sometimes you can see the owners on the pitch. They're just looking around.
Yeah.
So one of the Glazers are on the pitch, and the way they came onto the pitch, do you think if they have chance to get close to him, what do you think is going to happen?
And they could do some damage. These
yeah,
fans
that's right.
Some of these fans are so passionate.
I kind of agree. I'm not saying fans shouldn't protest. They can protest. However, stay outside the stadium.
Exactly, like what the Arsenal fans did against Everton. Yeah. Make all the noise outside the ground. But
I'm just thinking. Yeah, I'm just thinking that every other fans or every other club that their fans want to they want to do their own protest. I think they should learn from this. When don't force yourself into a stadium or into where they don't want you to force yourself into.
Exactly.
There is enough space outside the stadium that you can stay and just do your protest.
Yeah.
They will see you and they will hear you.
Because
that's not
it's interesting that you say this, because God forbid, right? We saw what happened in Manchester Stadium at his Arena Grande's was it Arena Grande's concert? The bomb blast back in the days 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, what people need to understand, because this guy's comment, right? It got a lot of likes on social media, and I had to comment, which tells you a lot about the short-sightedness and the perspective of certain people. Now, I am not having a go at this guy for saying something stupid. I am simply replying to his lack of vision, or his lack of awareness of certain things. Let me pose a scenario, right? You just imagine someone that went there in the guise of trying to protest, but his real intention is not to protest, and he goes there and plants a bomb or plants something.
Yeah.
And then something happens. Now there's gonna be an inquest, right? There's gonna be investigation. Why did you guys go on with the game? Why was security protocols not put in place? Why? Then those guys are going to go to jail. Then the same people that are on Twitter saying no security risk will start having a go at the security when the deed is done. The bomb blast, God forbid, has happened. They'll be like, oh yeah, you people should be doing better. You people when you were supporting the so I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
It's not really a tough one, because like anything, if you're going to protest, you've got to have a dignified thing about you. You look at MLK in the 60s when he protested. He said, always peaceful. Make your voice known, but don't lose the moral high ground. Because as soon as you use the moral high ground, your adversaries, your enemies are going to use that against you.
Yeah, but I was even hearing on the news that all the people that are protesting, they won't let the players get onto the coach from their hotel or something. I'm not sure whether I heard it right. Yeah, because the two teams, they're staying in the hotel not very far from Old Trafford, so the coaches were just staying there, like waiting for the players to come. I think just because of what we just said, security reasons, they just decided to say, okay, we're going to cancel the game. The game might started, and all the people protesting can just get onto the pitch again. And it's not safe for the players, because they've been keeping away from for them to stay fit because of COVID. They don't want to get test positive. They want to play. Then, one fan somewhere that doesn't even have the test already just came on and just trying to kind of say, okay, and you just infect everyone again.
Okay, cool. Let's go back to Arsenal now, because it's very interesting that we talked about that. I really wanted to hear people's thoughts on that, but let me just see what a few people are saying before we go on. Sorry, I always like to bring in people from the chats to hear their opinions on things. All right.
I like that comment that you just took away. Taddy is a What's G. That? One, Taddy.
All right. Big up to you, Tony Blacko. Big up to you, Tony Blacko. Sorry, I saw it. It registered in my head, but it didn't come to my mouth. If you see what I mean. Macleod, what are you saying again? The fans already leave Old Trafford, left Old Trafford. The police already makes everything safe, but for some reason the match gets cancelled. I think it's exactly what we've said. We don't know what anyone must have in there. You don't know what must have gone on. They have to sweep every single area within to be sure.
And again, other people touching the post as well. The goalkeeper is going to stay in that goal. You don't know whether you're positive or not. You understand?
Exactly.
Yeah, and I'll give you guys something. I'll let you guys know something about me. In 2012, I used to work as a doorman back when I was in uni. I used to work on the doors as bouncers in Sunderland University. And I remember very well, there was this lady. She was gonna turn 18 at midnight. She was going to turn 18 at midnight. So apparently she came into club and I was the one at the door that day, and you know, it was gonna be what, like an hour before she turns 18.
18,
you know, and she tried all the sweet faces, she tried all the flirting and everything to see if she could get in, and I was like, listen, love, you're a beautiful girl and all that, yeah, but I'm sorry, I can't let you in, you know. And she was like, come on, man, come on. And everyone with her, I kind of disappointed the whole party because she came with a lot of people, right? And she wanted to get into the club, and I was like, I'm sorry, but you are not 18 yet, you can't get in. Unfortunately, they all went somewhere else. Perhaps they allowed them to get in somewhere else. But the looks I got from those people was like, I was a party pooper. I was not a nice guy. I was this and all that. But here's the thing.
You destroy their party or something.
Exactly. But what they're not thinking about is the fact that what happens to me if you fall off the stairs within that 1 hour before you are 18? The first question is, they look at your ID card, you're 17 at the time. Who allowed you in? Tade allowed you in.
Exactly. And now, you're the one that'll be persecuted. And you're the one that will get the fine, the 50...
And again, Tade, let me tell you, let me buttress your point there. There is one club in Bristol. That club is closed down now. That club is called Panache. Yeah, this is one of the club that you're going to go to, that you're going to enjoy your night. The club is right next to a big police station in city center. They closed this club down because underage people, underage customer went in and they started a fight. Right, when they now, and you know, they've had a warning before that, you know, you need to check people that come in the right IDs. I think it happened again. Then they decide to withdraw their license, and that anybody that wants to buy that building now, they're not allowed to use it as a nightclub. They have to use it for something different.
Yeah, and I think sometimes when you're thinking about something, you've got to think about the long term. This is what we call maturity, you see, because it's great to be passionate in the moment. But passion sometimes, if it's not channeled correctly, can lead to you know, consequences that could affect the rest of your life. Those Man United fans, it's great hanging them out the post, but once you get a criminal record, you've got no job now. You can't get a job anymore, and you're thinking to yourself, you've destroyed your life because of what? You know, protesting against the owners. You could have done it like the Arsenal fans. This is what I'm proud of what the Arsenal fans did on 2 weeks ago. Oh, was it a week ago? Sorry. Protest, made their voices loud, but did not cross the line.
Don't cross the line. Yeah, that's right. You got it.
Okay, I don't know what you mean here, Randy, but the United fans did the right thing. This will make more people come. They did the right thing to protest, but I don't think that they did the right thing.
I'm not sure if you see it on TV, you can see people. You know, all the seats, they cover them with like a big, massive material, right? You can see people just stepping on it, like walking. Why? You know, well, it's their football club. You want the 50+1 rules, but you cannot get your 50+1 rule if you're damaging things, because it's not you that are going to spend money to fix it. It's the club that will spend money to fix it.
And the fear is that they've already gone to, I think, Ed Woodward's house and damaged his property. This is where
I didn't even hear that.
Earlier in the week, you know, they went to his house and damaged his front gate.
I don't even hear about that. You know?
Yeah, they did. Ed Woodward, even though resigned from Manchester, this is where it's crossing the line, because when someone sees a approval message, it's great what the Manchester United fans did. Oh, I've got the approval now I'm getting a lot of likes now. I'm going to do it. And this is how stupid people are. And they can destroy their life. For what?
Yeah, I hear you guys, man. Liam Vince, what was it like as a bouncer? Listen, man, I'm just going to tell you this, I was a young guy back then. Obviously, if you walk on the doors and you are single, you wouldn't be single anymore. It's as simple as that. All right, let's move on to Pepe, really. Pepe, I don't know who's going to rate Pepe.
I can't rate, because I didn't watch.
You're not rating no player, just give me an opinion, because obviously it is so. Mossy boy, rate Pepe.
Yeah, Pepe today.
He didn't play much, did he?
He didn't play much. He came on, so I wouldn't. And he does. There's not enough time, so I wouldn't. If I'm gonna rate him, I'll probably
let's leave him. Let's leave him out. He didn't do much today. Elneny
Busquets.
Elneny Nesta. How did they say? Elneny Nesta. How did they say it again? Let's talk about this guy. Let's talk about this guy. I mean, yes, obviously Newcastle was a very poor team, and I said it. I think I said it in the descriptions that, listen, this guy should take Partey to one side and say, listen, bro, this is how you take a shot. Right?
Yes.
You position your body like this.
Yes.
Yeah. You sweep your leg like this.
Yes.
But make sure you're looking at the goalkeeper. Make sure you're looking at the
and you lean forward.
Don't look up.
Lean forward. And I don't get it. When you're striking the ball, lean forward so the ball directly goes, low. Boom, Partey, he's leaning back like he's taking a goal kick. Oh
I was watching the way he struck the ball. The whole leg was straight. The way Aguero struck the goal yesterday, it was like lean on it and just struck it.
Yeah, lean forward. You always lean forward when you're striking the ball. Yeah. You got more chance the ball will stay low.
Yeah,
you have to give it to Elneny when it comes to taking shots.
Yes,
in that team, when it comes to taking shots, it's Shaka and him.
Yeah,
those are the only two
all the goals he scores for Arsenal. None of them is tapping.
It's the class goals, man.
Yeah.
Yes, I totally agree. And I think he was tidy on the ball today. He hardly lost the ball today as well. Obviously, he was still doing his normal passing to the back. But I don't want people to think passing to the back is a bad thing, by the way. Okay, it's only a bad thing when it's the only thing you do 90% of the time. That's when it's a bad thing.
Yeah,
playing to the back for me is part of building up a game from the back. Right? People need to understand that. So don't get angry every time when people pass to the back. The only thing when it gets frustrating is when 90% of the time. Back then.
But Tade, let me say something to that. Yeah, it can be annoying when you are in the 18-yard box of the opponent, right? You're trying to break them down. They now pass the ball to you at the edge of the box. Then you now pass it all the way back. If you understand what I mean. But I can understand that if there is nowhere to go,
maybe you're blocked and all that. Your whole place is blocked.
And you can see Liverpool, Man City, they do that as well. They go back, but it's very rare to see them go all the way back when they are in the 18-yard box of the opponent. The only thing they want to do there is to move the ball quick. They want to move that ball quick, because they don't want the opponent to get settled. So, but Arsenal, when they're there, just be patient. Just be patient. Don't give it to Partey to take the shot. Just be patient. If you give it to Partey, someone should tell him, keep passing it. Keep passing it. We don't need to. If they're staying there, just let's keep passing it. Let's keep passing it there. Then we go all the way back, then we start all over again.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper have done better with that goal.
Which one? The
Elneny goal.
Newcastle goalkeeper.
Yeah, Elneny goal.
I've seen the goal. Possibly. It depends when you're starting.
He had a finger to it.
It depends. It's really your starting position. Your starting position makes the save, and it's something. It's quite hard, you see, because some keepers, because they're shorter, they obviously probably would be on. Give. But thinking if you do that, you're more likely to give the striker the opportunity to score on the other side. So it's always a gamble and stuff. So I think if that was me, I probably would have been disappointed with that.
Yeah, but the thing is, because it's a cross. Yeah, the goalkeeper is in the right position because it's a Aubameyang that wants to tap it in before the defender block it, and it goes to Elneny. It's right away from on one side. Yeah. So by the time he adjusts his feet, then Elneny has took the shot already. And that's why assuming he's done it quicker, you can see it tip of his finger touch that ball. Assuming he's done it quicker, he will save it.
Yeah, possibly. I think I would have been disappointed with that if that had gone against me.
Okay. All right, let's give him a rating quickly. Let's give him I don't know. I'm thinking I'll give him a 7, really.
Yeah, 7 is good.
Yeah.
Just been Iniesta today.
Yeah. All right, just before we go into Luis, is anyone saying anything here? All of Partey's shot from Arsenal Mane goes to Rosie. He should be a rugby kicker. That's a fair point. The keeper should have been positioned well between. If he was, then it's not a goal for me. This is what I think you were talking about. Obviously, the goalkeeper, maybe his starting position should have been better. But then that can happen to anyone, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Even the goal, I'll show you the highlights of my final game on Friday. The first goal, though it was a world-class goal they scored, when I look back in the highlights, I feel like my starting position could have been better.
Okay, cool. David Luiz. I mean, you've touched on him already. Mossy boy. I must confess, I didn't really see anywhere where I was found wanting. I think one thing he brings to the table than any other player is his ability to give up through balls over the top, his ability to locate runners,
the diagonal passes.
more like a midfielder from a defense, and we need that. We really need that to help the attack. So, I mean, honestly speaking, he kept a clean sheet. He's a defender. He kept a clean sheet. It's unlucky he's back to injury again. We don't know when he's going to be back. It didn't look good. Obviously, he hobbled off. Listen, he got a clean sheet. I don't know if they were really disturbed as much as they should by Newcastle, but I would say he was really decent. So I think a 7 is fair. I don't know if 8 is a bit too much. I think 7 is fair. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, 8 would be a bit too much. I would probably 7.
Yeah, I think I'll stick to a 7 for this one. But it's just unlucky that he's going back again to the injury bed. And yeah, it's really sad to see when one of the players actually goes to the injury bed. All right, let's go to another player. Callum Chambers, I thought he played, what, about 30 minutes? So how many minutes? He made some, yes, he played shot number, is it shot or long? Wait.
Is
that correct English? No, that's not correct English. Shot number. No.
His first job is to save to get in front of a striker, I think. And
but what I'm trying to say is he only played like what? He only played like 25 or 30 minutes.
25,
I'm not sure
25 or 30, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what.
I don't think it's up to that anyway.
Say that again.
I don't think it's up to that anyway.
Yeah, but the time he was on, we really saw him in action.
Yeah.
Because he intercepted a few balls. There was one I expected him to clear. I don't know why he hesitated. The one that we want a goal kick from that, he hesitated, and I think Callum Chambers or someone gained on him, and he hit it on Callum Chambers' leg. Callum Wilson, sorry. So I was like, why was he wasting time there? He almost gave me a heart attack there. You know what I mean? But generally, I would say the few minutes he came in, he played well. I would just give him a 5. I'll just give him a 5. Not because of anything, not because he didn't really play as much. Granit Xhaka today. Can you rate Granit Xhaka?
Xhaka today, you know, like I said, he's playing out of position, so he hasn't done anything wrong today. He played really well, as you know, nothing spectacular. I would give him like normal 6.
Really? He kept a clean sheet. He was playing out of position.
Yeah.
When he had the yellow card, yellow card, he kept his head, and you still give him a 6.
Yeah.
I don't agree with 6. I don't agree with 6. No, I don't agree with 6. If I'm gonna give any all defenders, they're gonna get a 7 for me today because they kept them they kept a clean sheet for me. And for someone that's playing off position, he had the yellow card. He should have easily gotten under red if he loses his head.
Yeah,
so I would say that he kept his cool. That's the thing, but he kept his cool. And you seem to underrate. You really seem to underrate this guy playing off position.
I didn't underrate him. So yeah,
he's playing off position.
I'm just rating him based on what I see with him today. That's all.
And with the shot that he had today, that he got a save from the goalkeeper, from a left back.
If that shot went in, it would be getting 7.
Nah, I'm overruling. I'm giving him a 7. I disagree with you on this one. I'm gonna rate this one. I'm giving him a 7. Nah, I don't know what this guy has done to you, but I'm giving him a 7. Nah, I'm giving him a 7.
He hasn't done nothing.
The Blackwell, Xhaka, he did his job as a left back. He kept a clean sheet. I'm not giving him anything less than a 7. No. Xhaka, boom. And guess what? Even the commentators were saying it like, with him on a yellow card, right? It should be him that they should be targeting. It should be him they should be targeting because he's the only player that is
Newcastle player. They haven't got the brain to do that. That's why. If we're playing a different team, they would know that.
I'm getting some comments today.
Do you know what? He's actually right. Honestly speaking, right? I'm serious. I've looked at your face several times, right?
Yeah.
You look like Tyrese. You do.
Oh, I take that as a compliment, brother.
Seriously, you do.
Yeah.
You do. You do.
Get some love today.
Bellerin. Let's go to Bellerin today.
Yeah,
what's your take on Bellerin today?
Yeah, he's done well. He hasn't put a foot wrong. So he's, like you said, all the defenders today they kept a clean sheet. It will get 7 for me as well. So the first goal came from him actually. from his cross, innit? So, and yeah, he doesn't really look at it that, well, fuck this, I'm going to be going in the summer anyway. And
maybe he's selling himself to other suitors, you know, because he looked very good today. I'm not gonna lie, he looked very good.
He looked very good. I'm not sure. Let me say this here. If he goes to any other club, he might be playing differently under another coach, but it cannot be better than what it is now. I'm telling you now.
But what if he goes to another club, right? Because this happens a lot. Some of these players, they go to other clubs, and maybe because they are playing with better players, it masks so many of their deficiencies, and they look good.
And plus, they don't have the constant pressure of fans saying you're rubbish, you're rubbish, you're rubbish. They have a fresh perspective, so they're more chilled now, and they could be playing a lot better. So that happens. That does happen.
Because let's be honest, if any player goes to PSG, for instance, which they're saying might want him, sometimes there's some bad players in PSG, but you're never gonna know because they're playing with fantastically good world-class players who are kind of masking their deficiencies. And you know, sometimes you just never know with these players. He might just go on there now and he becomes a Speedy Gonzalez that crosses the ball properly. You never know. But listen, I think seven is fair.
Seven is fair, yeah.
7 is fair. But the question now is, do you guys still want to see him in an Arsenal shirt, or do you want him to leave? Akuma?
No, I want him to. I think he's done his time at Arsenal.
He's done his time, yeah.
Let's get a good fee for him because, like I said, we need to generate money. So
I think he's the longest player now left in Arsenal, right?
Yeah.
So he just needs to move as well.
Because I don't think he's enjoying it. I don't think constantly getting berated by fans, whether justly or not, is any good for anyone's mental health. So he just needs, you know what? I need a fresh break.
Yeah. So, and again, if he stay at Arsenal, he won't be getting games.
Yeah.
So in Blacker, was Bellerin playing? I don't recall him being on the pitch. Come on. Come on. Vince, what club is stupid enough to pay money for him? I feel sorry for
Well, we need it, man. We need them to be stupid enough to pay money because we need the money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think for me, what's going to fit Bellerin is a Spanish team. If I were him, you should just go to Spain because in Spain, they don't rely too much on defense. What they rely on is attacking football.
Midfield and attack.
He's not going to worry too much about playing English, slight tackling up and down. I think if it was him, I would just go back to my homeland where I believe that, you know, they play my kind of football, you know. But listen, Gabriel, what do you feel about Gabriel today?
Yeah, like I said earlier, playing next to what's it called? What's his name? Playing next to his countryman today, an experienced player. He kind of calm on the ball. He's really relaxed. He doesn't rush things. You can see there was a leg race between him and Callum Wilson. He just let him have the ball. He just shadow him, and that one passes back. And he just pressed the other player as well, shadow until Newcastle. It doesn't kind of go there. I have to win this ball. And that
isn't that what the guy? What's his name? Is he Baka or that guy that got the red card? Can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name. But
wasn't that what he should have done?
Yeah. So you just have to, as a defender, your coach always tell you, defensive coach always tell you that not all balls you're gonna win. The easiest ball to win for you is when the opponents are playing long balls. Just head it back to where it's coming from, or get your body in the way, let the ball bounce, and just the goalkeeper pick it up and it just roll out, go kick. But the ball that you know that you can't get onto it, just let the striker have it.
He's
All
learning.
you need to do is just
You remember, Gabriel's still young. He's 20. It's only 22 years old. So
23 now.
23. So he's still not peaked yet. So when did Nigel van Dijk? When did he peak? Was it not 28, 27, 28? So I can understand why he's going to make these mistakes. But but I still believe Gabriel will turn out to be a great defender if we keep him.
I have to go back to this comment here.
Yeah.
From Osman Ali, when you were talking earlier about the defenders and all that. He said, Mosibo, this is for you, by the way.
Yeah.
The two types of defenders, first line and sweeper. Terry was a first line. Gallas was a sweeper. Gabriel is Gallas. He needs a Terry. Do you agree with this statement?
That's actually a good a good analogy because you need two different types of defenders. You need the one that's steady on the ball and one that just goes in and flies in and stuff.
Vidic and Ferdinand,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So but the problem is that we've got two. When Holding and Gabriel play, there's two similar. You see, they're two like how can I put it?
They're similar. It's the way you put it.
Yeah, they're similar. They just want to go on and win that ball. They have to win it. No, it's not always like that. You can see today, what's it called? Luis is just let the defender have the ball, but you're not going to go past me. That's what it is. So you can see today as well, Gabriel, you can have the ball, but you're not going to run past me.
Yeah.
Because he's learning from an experienced player.
Yeah, so exactly. Yeah.
Then with time, when he get older and say, okay, yes, I know what I have to do if a striker is holding on to the ball here, and I know what I have to do if a striker is having the ball here. So all those experience will come with time. It's a young player.
Because it's interesting that you say that about experience coming in and all that, right?
Yeah.
I remember Carvalho and Terry combination. I remember Ferdinand and Vidic combination. Obviously, both combinations were experienced defenders,
Yeah.
And you could see that Vidic was the dirty player. Ferdinand was the calm, playing out the back player. Right? But they complemented each other so well. I remember when they used to play Chelsea, right? Vidic was the one that they would just give to Drogba. Say, you handle Didier Drogba. And I remember very well there was a time that he broke, I think Didier Drogba broke Vidic's mouth. I think they were going for a header, and then Vidic was always gonna stick his head there. He doesn't care how many heads are there. I'm going for it, And it's so important to have such bravery in the team. But if you have someone that is all very wild, always going into tackles, and then you don't have the other calm-headed person next to him, then that's a recipe for disaster.
Exactly.
You need that combination. And I think with Gabriel, he needs someone calmer next to him. People have been talking Gabriel and Mari, and I can understand why managers wouldn't go for two left backs. Yes, they said Man City did it, Pep did it, but what people don't understand is Pep doesn't do it all the time.
Yes.
And he did it with Ake, but people seem to forget that Ake is comfortable with his other foot as well. So you have to look at people that have are comfortable with both feet and see how you can play them.
That is the reason why Akuma said Gabriel and this our defender on loan. They're too young. They can't play together.
There won't be
because there will be so many mistakes.
Exactly.
Fans don't understand that.
Exactly.
Fans don't understand that, do they?
They look at that. They're thinking young, athletic defenders. That's going to be the combination.
I think the reason why Atata keep this guy Gabriel, number one is he only just came to the club. Number two, by the time this guy is experienced enough, then he's going to go and bring back what's his name again, Akuma? He was on loan.
Saliba.
You will go and bring Saliba, then you learn from him. If you understand what I mean. So okay, we can play together now. So we just watch what I do, and then you can just and the people will now say, oh yeah, Arsenal has got two best centre back in the league.
So Liam Vincent is saying Gabriel is not that good. Lille sold him and are top of their league. Come on. Listen, there was a debate going on recently. Not even a debate, even Steven Gerrard, right? Who was talking about the Scottish League, saying that Rangers will probably end 6th position. Which if they come to the Premier League.
In the Premier League. Yeah, my brother-in-law was saying that to me. I just said, look, Steven Gerrard, you've done enough. You've done very good in your career. Just don't ruin it with what you say.
But why do you think he's not right saying that 6th is a fair position for Rangers are not a small team.
Rangers are not a small team, but let me tell you one thing here. You see, teams finishing top half of the table in the Premier League, they can go to that Scottish League and just be like, what am I going to call them?
And dominate the league.
And just dominate it. You understand what I mean? In Newcastle, for example, can go to Scottish League and just dominate that league like Celtic. So Rangers will come to Premier League, they will feel it. I'm telling you, they will feel it big time. Even Leeds that just came up from Championship can go to Scottish League. You can manage Celtic and win title there. I'm telling you, Daddy.
You don't know who's watching this. You don't know who's watching this live now. Okay,
anybody that is watching.
Our timekeeper has said we should move on. I think you know, he's our timekeeper. He's the one that tells us when to go on and all that.
That's right.
I thought you guys are enjoying the show. Why are you rushing us?
Yes, exactly. That's
how Manich just says, when you want Tade to do player ratings, you need to start at sunrise and you are done. All right, let's move. Let's give Gabriel. Let's give Gabriel a rating quickly. Let's give him a 7. Let's give him a 7. Yeah, let's give him a 7. Thomas Partey, he came in later, no rating. Ceballos. Right, let's rate Ceballos quickly.
Ceballos, I saw him less spinning today. He doesn't do this, you know. On Thursday, that spinning is too much, but today he's kind of less. I'm not sure whether the manager told him that make sure you don't take more than 3 touches.
Yeah, but the good thing he doesn't play on Thursday because he's suspended.
Yeah, that's right.
So hopefully that will force Arteta to play in the midfield.
Yeah. Or maybe probably the manager told him that if you do more than 3 touches, I'm taking you out straight away. And he kind of stick to it that, okay, I really want to play. I don't want the manager to drag me out. So
what's the rating point?
I'll give him 6.
That's fine. If you're gonna give him 6, that's fine.
Yeah, give him 6, so fine.
So he's leaving, by the way. What are your thoughts on him leaving? What are your thoughts on him leaving, Akuma?
No, I have no complaints on that. Quite frankly, you know, if you were going to, if it was a battle, literally we'll be battling. But right now, especially the money Real Madrid will be asking for, no, I don't think we can keep him now because I don't think he's consistent enough.
I think we can get a better player.
Yeah.
I think we can get a better midfielder than him.
Yeah. I'd rather have Joe Willock in there now than Ceballos now.
No, I will go. For example, this Norwich, what's it called? Was it that won the championship player of the season? What's his name? Buendia. I will have him.
But they don't want to leave him, and guess what?
He's allowed to leave.
They're back in the Premier League.
Yeah, they are back, but he's allowed to leave in the summer.
No, who told you? Is that what they said? I've not seen the news where they said he's allowed to leave. They didn't want him to leave. And this is the reason. This is the reason. Let me just say this, right? I remember January, a lot of people had to go at Arsenal and all that. This is the reason. I remember Daniel Firk, his manager, saying he's going nowhere. This is the reason they kept him. They kept him. Not you. I'm saying that I remember people saying that Arsenal were, they messed up not getting Buendia, not knowing that they were not going to release him because this was their key man to get them back into the Premier League, and they've done just that now.
Yeah, but they've done that.
I think it was you. It was you, Mossy Boy. Yeah, it was you.
Yeah, it was me. But they've done that. I am telling you right now, if Arsenal go to Norwich that time with the right amount of money they're asking for, are you telling me that he's not going to leave?
What is the right amount of money?
They're asking for 45 mil.
What is the right for him? What is the right amount of money?
They're asking for 45 million for him. You think if Arsenal go there with 45 mil, they will say, "Oh no, you are." No,
actually, I think it was 50. I think it was 50, not 45, because I remember very well the offer on the table was Willock and Reece Nelson, and they refused. That's how much they rate him. That's how much they rate him. If I giving them Willock and Nelson, I'm still gonna add some more money, and they refused. I think one of them was gonna be on loan, one was gonna be sold, right? Yeah, and with cash, and they refused. That tells you how much they rate him.
Yeah, but Tade, at the end of next season, we're gonna be hearing again. Where are you? Show your what the owner was, because Norwich will they will come to the Premier the following season. They back down. They back down into the Championship. That's what they are. But it's either now they sell him and get good money for him. When they get relegated, they're not gonna get enough money for him. Because I can tell you now, because that's what Norwich does. Yeah. They're not staying in the Premier League. They're going back now.
Wow, that's a big bold statement. I hope there's no Norwich fan in the chat, man. That's gonna have a go at you.
We see. Tell me which year did Norwich come up and stay in the Premier League? They always come up.
I can't remember on top of my head.
They always come up. Then the following season,
I don't think it's every single time that they just come up and go back immediately, though. They've stayed in the Premier League more than one season once. So, Bill gets a hat trick. Listen, man, I'm not happy about this news, man, because my fantasy, I've got Harry Kane as my captain. I hope Harry Kane gave an assist, man. I hope you don't
have Gareth Bale.
No. Why would I have him? He's only been performing under this new manager, Ryan Mason.
Well.
Anyway, let's move on, people. All right, our timekeeper. Thank you very much. Thank you. Next player. Matt Ryan. Let's get to Matt Ryan. Now, I want to hear Randy's, because Randy is gonna go all guns blazing on this one, right? He's gonna go all guns blazing on
Come
this
on,
one.
Randy.
Probably gonna give him 11.
Go on,
give him 11.
Let's hear you.
Yes, 11 or whatever. Anyway, what's your thoughts on Ryan Mason?
The one thing I want to, I don't know who is taller between this guy and Leno, right?
Leno's taller.
Leno is taller. Leno is taller, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not asking this guy to start on Thursday, right? Now the club needs to go and withdraw their statement when Leno said they told him he's the number one. They need to no. Listen, they need to go and tell Leno now that you see what Ryan is doing on the pitch every time he plays. So now you need to fight for your shirt now.
Yeah.
So that is what they need to go and tell him. Look at I don't know whether because we are playing Newcastle and I think he's played maybe probably 3 or 4 games for us this season. Every time this guy plays, he's a shorter goalkeeper, right? And he commands his 6-yard box. Every ball he comes into that 6-yard, he make it his own. Like, okay, this is my ball. And again, he's so quick in distributing the ball. He's either he wants to do it with his hand or he wants to do it with his feet. He's so quick in doing that. Leno, you watch Leno, when the ball comes to him, it's either he just put his foot on the ball and just look around. We want the ball to keep moving. Just keep the opponent guessing where you're going to throw the ball. Where you keep the ball rolling. Let it roll.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's a better goalkeeper. I'm not saying he's the one that is going to bring us to the next level. But the club just needs to kind of say, no number one shirt for any of you.
Yeah, you have to own your position. No, I think you're spot on as well, because the problem with Leno, and it's a bit like it probably reminds me of me, because I'm not quick to release the ball because I'm old school. Because I'm more scared if I throw the ball too quickly, someone's got to intercept that. But the way Arsenal play and the way Arteta wants to play, is Leno the right goalkeeper for us? Like I said, I don't agree. I agree with having he's a good goalkeeper, but in terms of just being sharp on the ball, looking for the distribution, the way we play from the back, we probably need to have a another goalkeeper.
And today he played like Emmanuel Neuer. Look at him. Look at how far he came. He came all the way out to kind of being the last man. Matt Ryan is 1,000 over 10. Let me walking on the bench.
Oh man!
Listen, in as much as I agree with everything you've said, right, about Matt Ryan, one thing about football is judging by just 2 games is not enough. Because once a player or a goalkeeper, whoever, makes a mistake and the players get on him, what really matters now is the attitude to be able to come back up and retain your consistency. Now, in as much as every single person out there didn't think back in the days that Giroud was the answer, because obviously they were always comparing him with the likes of Thierry Henry, Anelka, Kanu, Beckham, and all that. He was never near that level, right? One thing is for sure, in as much as that guy didn't have the speed, he couldn't beat a man to save his life. He knew how to score goals when he's in positions.
Who is this?
Giroud.
Giroud,
He knew how to score goals. Yes, he wasn't going to give you 30 goals a season. But a Giroud will give you what other players will never give you, which is the aerial threat.
That's right.
Now, I remember very well we slated him a lot of times because we thought we needed better. And I think we needed better. Don't get me wrong. We needed better, or we needed someone that was going to play alongside him. Look at how France used him, and they used his ability quite well to be able to hold up play and play people in. Now, one thing I give to Giroud is his ability. Honestly, that guy has mental strength. That guy got slated a lot, and then after that, he will come out with some wonderful flick goals that will come from nowhere and just near post flick, or do you know what I mean? Scorpion kick, all that stuff, right? And he came back stronger. Yeah. And I remember very well, even when he wasn't played a lot of times in Chelsea, when he was not played a lot of times in Chelsea, several times the guy came back stronger. And it's difficult to get that kind of mental strength. It is very, very difficult. Not many players have it. And it's quite important people understand and recognize mental strength from goalkeepers. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's a tough position, because and even in terms of because the thing with Matt Ryan, the reason why probably he's playing well, because he knows he's not under pressure. He knows he's a bit of a fan favorite. Leno's under pressure. The test comes if Matt Ryan makes a mistake. That's when you kind of tell whether he's got the test fortitude to play at this level.
All right, Tony Blackwell says Matt Ryan gets a 9. He didn't even make. How many saves did he make? A 9? What?
No, 9 is too high.
Well, great interception with crosses and look comfortable throughout. For the team, it must have been a confidence booster having him in the goal, not stress. I agree with the rest of it. I don't know about a 9. A 9 needs to have pulled up.
I think for us to judge him, it need a run-up game. Then we can judge him compared to Leno properly. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, Aston Martin, Randy, please maintain the timekeeping. We are losing track. We're not losing track. What are you on about? Oh, my days, man. Randy Papa, he caught every ball, came out in corners with calmness. He controlled the situation, unlike the arrogant, egotistical, self-entitled fraud Leno.
Oh my goodness.
What has this guy done to you? Did he steal your girlfriend in the past or something? I don't understand, man. Halima Akuma is a better hug.
Oh my goodness! Now you're trying to stroke my ego now.
We can take an hour on Matt Ryan's rating. Jesus Christ, what has this guy done to you, man? What has he done? You see, if you keep doing this, YouTube is gonna block you again. YouTube is gonna block you again, and then you're gonna blame me. You're gonna blame me for blocking you. The last time they blocked him, be careful. Maybe Leno is even the owner of YouTube. You don't know. I'm just kidding. Before you guys, you say you had that nonsense from Taday's stream. Anyway. Randy Papa, we can judge Leno on 3 seasons and he has been below average. He hasn't been below average all season. Come on now. All right, what's he saying? Randy Papa, I don't think this much debate and breakdown was done on Buffon, Schmeichel, and Seaman combined. Come on, it's almost like you're comparing Giroud to Henry. There's no point. What was he saying? Randy Papa, 9 is too low. 10 minimum. Okay, let's give him a rating. I think 9 is too high.
I will stick it to the same number of with the defender, 7.
Yeah, that's what I will do. In fact, that's what I will do, man. That's what I will do. I'm not sure about this. Why is it that this guy is just joining us when we're finishing? We're finishing already. We're gonna give him a 7.
No, he just wait.
You're joining when we're finishing. What's up with people's clock? What's up with people's clock? You see the time I set for the meeting, right? You guys come when I'm about to finish.
Yeah, Nigerian time.
Exactly. Exact time.
Baby God, did you actually watch the game or you sleep?
Yeah, I did. It was like 9 a.m. but I did watch it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was a good game. I mean, we won. Can't complain. I'm glad I joined when you guys were rating Matt Ryan though, because I've had some conversations about Matt Ryan with some people today, and some people seem to think that we need to bench Leno for Ryan.
For the Villarreal game?
Forever.
Would you do that?
No. It doesn't work that way, though.
Yeah, but again, but this is goalkeepers union. This is what I'm going to come into defense of Leno. Leno saved us when we were 2-0 down against Villarreal to get that 2 fantastic saves to keep us in the game. So with goalkeeping, it's such a hard art. You can make 5 fantastic saves and let 1 bad goal in. Everyone remembers the bad goal you let in. A striker can miss 5 open goals, let the goal get the winner. He's the hero. Unfortunately, that's
a fair point, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fair point, yeah. But the argument, right? So the argument that I got in earlier today was, so some people seem to think that Leno has some key weaknesses, right? And there were weaknesses that somebody like Martinez, for example, exposed.
Yeah.
So commanding your area, making the right decision when you're under pressure. So, I mean, those seem to be weaknesses that Leno has, because sometimes he just, misjudges some things, and he doesn't command his area as well as someone like Martinez did in the brief cameo that he had with us, and like Matt Ryan did today. So if you looked at Ryan today, he had a proper control of his area. He knew what was going on. He knew when to call for the ball. You know, it looked proper. And those weaknesses that Leno has, or these things that I just said, they're things that Leno has always had, even when Arsenal were playing a bit better than this, because this season we played really bad. But like even when we were playing better in last season or 2 seasons ago, those weaknesses were there, but it didn't look this bad because the team wasn't
that's a good point, because what the thing Leno was praised for was his great shot stopping skills, but he wasn't praised for his command in his areas. He was doing the hard flying saves, same in top corners from Song and stuff, but he wasn't like a Martinez. Martinez was just calm on the ball, because it wasn't like Martinez was just shot stopping. He was just like, when the ball came through under pressure. I specifically remember the FA Cup final, whereby we're 2-1 up in the last 5 minutes. A corner comes in, normal goalkeepers, because you're so stressed, you punch it. He catches it. And I'm like going, that's class, my son. That is class from a goalkeeper, because I know how difficult it is to catch a ball, especially with the last 5 minutes, because you're tense yourself, because you're thinking to yourself, if I try and catch it and I lose it, I could potentially throw the cup final away. So that takes mental strength to do that.
Yeah, and for those reasons, people think we should get another keeper.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie, right? I totally agree with everything all of you have said about Leno. I do, and I've said it countless times about his lack of commanding. He doesn't command his presence. We've seen a big difference between him and Martinez. Maybe a little bit from Matt Ryan, but we're too quick to judge Matt Ryan right now, because I think we still need a run of games for us to be able to see what he's made of. Just moving to another topic. Here's Derek Chisero joined the chat. I don't know what Aston meant by this statement. I don't know if maybe you look like Chisero, or maybe it's in relation to something that we said. I don't know if any of you watch boxing. If you guys watched the boxing game yesterday, anyone of you? None. All right, then there's no point talking about this, because I watched the game. I'm not really a boxing person, but recently I
watch boxing. You watch his fight.
You watched the fight yesterday?
No, I didn't watch the fight, but I was reading it that you get that guy knocked down in the face.
Okay, that match was a proper example of bias, because I tweeted it. I'm not even a boxing person, but you could see who was winning. It just reminded me of the first match between Tyson Fury and Wilder that they said was a draw. That's what that. I still have no idea how Chisero lost that fight. It made absolutely no sense to me. It was very obvious that there was something against him. It's almost like you see someone break someone's leg and you say it's not a red card. That's not what I'm saying. That's how that's how it looks.
The thing is, you can break someone's leg, and you might not. You look at when this guy break his leg in Everton against Son.
Yeah, they gave him a red card.
They gave him a red card, but apparently it's not a red card.
No, but they gave him. Why not? They gave him a red card. Yeah, but they gave him a red card.
It was rescinded. It was rescinded. The red card was rescinded.
Actually, you're right. But I think the emotional side came in at that point in time, because
the moment you get a red card, right? Because somebody's.
If you don't, they're going to beat that ref.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you this guy, the same guy, he fought Dillian White. Chisero should have done what Dillian White done to him, knocked him down big, because Dillian White kind of break his jaw completely. So I think that's I will still go back and watch the fight and see why. I want to see why he lost it.
All right, cool. Anyway, let's move on. We're gonna round up very soon. No way, no way. The Stade have the same amount of goals as Thiago Alcantara. Actually, I have 2 goals this season, by the way. I scored. The last game I played was November. Then I got injured, and then there was COVID, and then I played another one again yesterday for the cup game, because they had to. What happened was they had to cancel our league. They canceled our league because of COVID. They canceled the whole league. So the only thing we're playing right now is the cups. So we played the 3rd round. We're into the 4th round now.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, let's
you have
move
more goals
on.
than Partey and Willian combined.
Where did you say that?
I said you have
Where
more
did you
goals
say
than Partey and Willian combined this season.
I also tweeted about this, people. I also tweeted about this. I said something on my tweet. Let me see if I can find that tweet and put on. Right. Let me see if I can find that tweet and put on quickly for you guys. I want you guys to see what I said. Because obviously Inter Milan. Congratulations to Inter Milan, by the way. They've won the Scudetto or whatever they call it. Right. And this is what I tweeted. Right. This is what I tweeted. No. Let's put it on the screen. So, Eriksen left Tottenham to win a title at Inter Milan. Kane, Son and Co. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. Before you turn to Methuselah, you better do the needful. Enough said. Now, that is a message. Yeah? That is a message to... That's a message to all the players in Tottenham that think, for some weird reason, they're actually going to win something in Tottenham. If they don't wake up, they will turn to Methuselah. Methuselah is the oldest person that ever lived on earth, according to the Bible. I don't know if there's any other old person.
That's true. You're spot on that one, Methuselah. Yeah.
They are gonna grow so old. If they don't do the needful and leave Tottenham Football Club, they will never win something if they're not careful.
Why did you think after the final whistle again in the Carabao Cup, why did you think Song is crying?
Because he said
he knows it. He should go buy Munich, man. That's what I think.
I'm actually if what's it called? Harry Kane and Son, even Dele Alli that is playing now, if those three players still stay at Tottenham next season and then thinking they're gonna win something at that club, I'm telling you, man. Look at Kyle Walker, Man City. How many Premier League has he won now?
Yep, exactly.
You understand what I mean? Look at what is it called?
Sol Campbell.
I was joking. All these players that are leaving, they just
Yeah. I think for somebody like Kane, I don't know, right? Because I mean, he's been at Tottenham for a long time. He seems to have this idea that he wants to be the hero that takes Tottenham out of this trophyless era, and he's trying time and time again.
No, he's leaving. No, he's gone. He's leaving. He's leaving.
Or maybe probably he want his statue to be built outside White Hart Lane.
No,
I think they'll still build this. I think they'll still build him a statue. I think they will still be. He's a legend already, whether we like it or not. You know. But honestly speaking, yeah, but he's a legend in terms of the number of goals.
Well, the only
Captain
thing
of England
that Harry Kane
won
in his career is Golden Boot, and he tried so hard to win that. I think at the World Cup.
Even in, it's not 1-1. It's 1-1 as well.
It's one in the league as well.
In the league as well. So yeah, he wants to. He really needs to go somewhere else and win a proper title.
He's leaving. He's already said he wants to win titles. He's given the hints. I think he's leaving. I think
he's leaving definitely.
Papa here seems to be pissed off. Sorry.
Would you guys have him at Arsenal? Would you guys have him at Arsenal?
I will.
Yeah, another Sol Campbell.
Oh yes.
Did you hear what Roy Keane said today? Roy Keane said he can swap Grealish for Pogba right now. He said it on the news on the Sky Sport today when they were doing their punditry and all. He said I will swap Jack Grealish for Pogba right now. Will you? Can you do that?
All right, people. Let's move on. A few of the guys are saying different things. I think Randy Vapper got angry as well. He said he's tired of us defending Leno for whatever reason, and he's left. Arsenal Manik said he's leaving as well. All right, people. Let's do the last rating. So we give this guy 7. Odegaard quickly before Arteta. All right, Odegaard. Let's rate Odegaard.
Oh, okay, Odegaard. Wow, I'm trying to remember if Odegaard did anything significant in that game. Right. I mean, I think obviously it's a game that we won. Odegaard, he contributed to our attacking play. I'm not like I don't
contributed to the second goal as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess it contributed to the second goal as well. So for me, it was a standard, good performance. A 6 or 7 is fine. But I don't think he had any major highlights.
Right.
So I'll say 7.
Okay. You give him a 7.
Yeah.
What about you, Mossy boy?
6.
Okay.
6.
Okay. For some weird reason, I kind of agree with Mossy boy on this.
Yeah, 6.
He did well for the goal that we scored. He gave the nice pass. I think this is what I was saying earlier about Odegaard. I feel Odegaard needs a striker in front of him. Without a striker in front of him, I don't think he can function. He needs someone that's going to make those runs, open up the play for him, and then he can give those passes and look at the player. Exactly. Without that, he's just under Ozil.
Yeah, but something I thought was a bit weird today was, okay, I don't know, maybe Aubameyang wasn't making the right runs, but there were times when, there were runs that were being made, but these guys just weren't. It's almost like they didn't have the courage to, play the ball into those runs, because and it happened all of the time. Elneny, Ceballos, Odegaard. You would see sometimes Martinelli will make some runs, Aubameyang will make some runs, but they just won't do it. They'll just turn around and find the easiest option to pass. Ceballos especially did it so many times. He just always went for the most obvious choice, and I'm like, guy, you're supposed to be creative. Didn't you see that?
Yeah, well, because the manager has told him not to do those spinning today. I think that's why.
Yeah, I mean, it's 50-50, right? You might give the ball away, but then if the ball goes through, you've created a fantastic opportunity.
That's true.
I think let's just stick to 6 on this one. I think I don't know. I don't know. Him and Ceballos for me, I think I'll give them a 6. All right. Arteta, final one, and then we close. My battery is gonna die soon, so I need to leave as well.
Yeah, okay.
My battery headphones. All right, quickly. Arteta.
Yeah, well, Arteta is not. To me today's game. It doesn't. I can see it doesn't really bother too much about today's game. His mind is on Thursday right now. He just want to go. He can't wait for Thursday to come. He just want to go and put things right. That's what I think is in his mind. That's why he just set up those teams that he set out today. No, I don't think any of them will be playing on Thursday anyway. I'll give him a standard 6 today.
He won a game 2-0. You give him a 6.
6. Come on.
Yeah, that's 6. True, Mossy boy.
What about you?
I think Arteta wants to kill Xhaka. I don't know what his excuse is. I think he was want to really kill Xhaka.
He wants to run into the ground.
I'm a bit scared, especially. I didn't watch the game, but putting Xhaka at left back, especially against Newcastle, I'm thinking this is the perfect time to put Shedrick on because,
even when the man was in a yellow card and you were worried, oh my God, Ceballos got red against Villarreal, Xhaka might get red here. He didn't take him off, just left him. But yeah, I mean, I agree.
I think if Xhaka is playing in the middle and he got that yellow card, he would have taken him off because it's more of fouling again in the midfield than fouling playing left back.
Oh well, true. But yeah, I mean, I think a 6 is fair.
Yeah, my battery is dead, and we have to end this as quick as I can now because obviously it's gonna be difficult for you guys to talk and I talk because it's gonna be going back into the speaker. Yep. It's gonna be echoing and stuff. So right. So you give him what rating again? Because I couldn't hear you earlier when you said what you
6.
give him, Bemiga?
6.
Okay, give him a 6. All right, guys. I'm disagreeing with you guys because if this guy doesn't win, I wonder what you're going to give him. Now, he wins the game 2-0, and you still give him a 6. For whatever reason, I don't know. I'm overruling this. I'm giving him a 7. Yes, I'm giving him a 7 because he won a game. And I think it's because you guys don't like Arteta. That's the reason why you give him that.
Come on.
That's the reason. Because I cannot see why you give a manager a 6 for winning a game and keeping a clean sheet. What more are you looking for?
If it gets to the final on Thursday, if it gets to the final on Thursday,
trust me, if Arteta wins us the Europa League, he'll be getting high scores throughout next season.
Why are we rating him based on overall? No, you should be rated based on the game today.
Yeah, I'm rating him on the game today because it just throw those teams out. But and again, even though we won, Tade, let me tell you, and one more thing I want to say is, even though we won the game 2-0 today, I still don't see a pattern of play in our play. I'm telling you, I still don't see.
So you don't see no pattern of play today?
I know we want to. I don't see no pattern of play. in our game at all.
All right.
I don't know whether anybody else have
Do
any.
you think that the way we were attacking today, do you think it was defined and you could see what we're trying to do? Because I didn't see that.
What we're trying to do was very obvious from the crosses. You could see a lot of movement from Martinelli. Martinelli gave how many crosses today? He gave about 5 or 6 crosses today. Bellerin gave how many crosses today? So you're telling me you didn't see that pattern? You're telling me that's not a pattern? No, I asked a simple question. You asked me a question, I gave an answer.
Okay,
right?
Tade, let me answer that question. Let me answer that question.
Hang on. Bomiga, tell me that is not a pattern. Tell me that is.
No, but I actually write that down to Martinelli being a good player, right? I don't think that was Arteta's instruction to him. I think Martinelli is a good player.
So you feel Arteta told him just go on the pitch and do whatever you want to do. You didn't think he told him that you should use your ability to be able to beat a man. It's almost like we underestimate.
Maybe I'm wrong actually, because I do have a bias against Arteta.
That's the thing. You guys have because the truth is
let me I can answer that question for you.
And that's the reason why I defend managers. You make managers look stupid. Do you think they don't sit down every day and give these guys instruction? Even on my Sunday league football, right? My Sunday league football for people that are not paid. My coach is not paid or anything, right? He gives me instruction, and he's not even a professional coach. So are you telling me someone that is a professional coach is not going to do better than that? Come on, guys. Come on, be real. Don't make these coaches look stupid. I'm gonna
no.
Every coach is gonna give an instruction to a player.
Tade, it's not like we're making Arteta look stupid.
But that's what you're doing.
What I'm trying to say here is, you see this manager here, and I've asked you this question so many times here, and I still don't kind of see, you haven't given me an answer to it.
What is the question and what answer have I given?
The question I'm saying, I'm asking how many games this season that when we are in a losing position, right? What sort of tactics this guy brought in to try and turn that game over? And I'm talking about just lose that game 1-0. What sort of tactics do he tell the player, okay, we are losing 1-0. We know that we're not going to be like this. Let's try to get a draw. Tell me which tactics that he tells the player to go and play.
Benfica. Benfica.
I was going to answer, but I'll let you go first. I'll let you go first.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
No, but the Benfica game, we were 2-1 down, heading out of the Europa League, and obviously he turned that around because he brought on Partey and William. So
no. The Benfica one. Don't tell me.
You see, he can't ask
the manager that.
Exactly.
It's the manager that.
So he can't win.
It's the players.
Because you're biased against this guy, right? Because you're biased against this guy. You look for every excuse. Even when he does something.
We don't need to argue about this. Are you telling me that this guy here is fit enough?
Can I answer the question? Can I answer the question?
To take Arsenal to the next level?
Can I answer the questions?
Yeah, I'm listening.
You asked me a question, and I'm going to give you an answer, right?
Yeah.
He mentioned Benfica. Good and fine, right? I can mention the Chelsea game, right? I can mention the West Ham game that we were 3-0 down, right? But no, it's the players that turned up this time around, right? Now, if you look at those games, there were fundamental things that I felt that Arteta did. If you have a player like Tierney in your team, you can see from the onset that most of the attack comes from Tierney because of his ability.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that the team goes out to the football field, right, and decide by themselves without Arteta's instruction and say, let's use Tierney? Every single time, let's use Tierney. Secondly, since Xhaka has been playing in the left back position, haven't you noticed that the attack comes more from the right wing and not from Xhaka's wing? Do you think that is down? Do you think that is down to the players, or don't think that's down to the coaching staff?
Then why do we?
I'm getting somewhere because you asked me a question, and I always have answers for you. You know that because whenever I'm making a point, I think through it before I say it.
Yeah.
So now I've given you 2 things about tactics. If you can't see it now. Right?
I can't see it. Everything that you're saying, I can't see it.
Because you're biased against this man. You don't want to see it. Now, the truth about the matter is, you asked about a pattern, and I'm giving you pattern. I'm giving you 2 patterns about when Tierney is in the team, right? And when Xhaka is in the team. And now about today's game, right?
Yeah.
We talked about Martinelli coming from the left and beating the man. We also talked about Bellerin also beating the man. The point of the whole matter is crossing the ball is a pattern. Now, if you ask me the question, do I like that pattern? Is a different question. But the question you ask is whether there is a pattern. Yes, there is a pattern. Now, the question is, do I like the pattern? That is a different question now. So it's either you're asking me 2 questions or you're asking me just one. Do we have a pattern? Yes, we have a pattern.
Wait, let me. Okay, Tade, 1 second. Okay, one thing that I want to say. How many games? How many?
Don't keep everything I've just said off the cup.
No. I'm not twisting everything. How many games have we lost this season in the league?
We've lost quite a number of games. I think 13.
We've lost 13 games.
What is your point? You asked the question about
my
pattern.
point. No. My point is, listen. My point I'm trying to pass across to you is, you said one thing that since we've been playing Xhaka on the left back, all our plays has been on the right side, right? So that's your pattern.
I said,
but if Tierney is playing on the left, most of our play is on the left. My question to you is, why is it that when we are losing game, anytime we're losing a game, and most games that we've lost this season, I didn't see a pattern or tactics.
I don't understand.
Can I just contribute a bit to that? Can I just contribute a bit to that? Maybe I can give some clarity as well.
I don't understand.
When Tade mentions this thing about Tierney and Xhaka, right? I think that if it turns out any different from what you described, Tade, then there must be something wrong with the manager. Because when Tierney is on the pitch, Tierney is a guy who can attack and create chances and defend. So it makes sense when many of the chances come from the left. When Xhaka is left back, even Xhaka himself doesn't want to go forward except when in a desperate situation, because he knows he's not fast enough to cover up the ground he has lost. So it makes sense that the opportunities will now come from the other side of the pitch. It makes absolute sense. And yes, the manager obviously has seen that and is going to instruct them to play that way. So you're correct, Tade. You say that it's a pattern that the manager has set, but I think it's also because of the choice of player who is on the pitch at that time. But I think what Mossy Boy is saying is, and I've seen this a lot, I'm sure we've all seen this a lot with Mikel Arteta, it comes to a game with a plan. Many times we see the plan. So I'll give you an example. When we played Villarreal the other day, and it came with a false 9.
Can I interject?
Yes,
please personalize it. When you say we see a plan, I don't think Mossy Boy sees a plan. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You see a plan.
I
personalize
see
it.
I see
because I have a reason why I am singling out my responses to each and every one of you, because you have what you're coming at me with. Mossy Boy has what he's coming at me with, and I'm going to answer both of you in different ways. So please.
Okay, yeah. So for example, the Villarreal game, I saw a plan. It came with a false 9. He must have thought it through and told the boys how to deal with that false 9 situation. But then a few minutes, in fact, 5 minutes into the game, we considered our first goal. Less than 30 minutes in, we're 2-0 down, and it was obvious that the plan was not working. Now, what I would expect a good manager to do is to change the plan. You must have a backup plan somehow in case this doesn't work. Because this is
at least if a game is not going your way, you must have option A or option
B.
But
most of the time, Mikel Arteta almost like it doesn't have a backup plan, or he just doesn't use his backup plan, right? So, for example, that game went on. By halftime, you thought, okay, bring on a striker now, let's change it up. But it didn't. And many times you will see, even when he's losing, until the 70th minute, Arteta will not change anything.
Very good. Very good. I love the fact that you said maybe he doesn't have a plan. And I go back to what I was saying, right? And this is my time to respond to you, right? When you go out and say someone doesn't have a plan, I find that very insulting on behalf of any manager. I'm sorry. I find that very insulting. That's why I get very, very personal when any manager, they're not stupid. Even you, Mossy Boy, you don't have the credentials of a manager. You can't tell me you can't have a plan B. What else would you then say about professional managers? They're not that stupid, and we make them out to look stupid. And this is why I get edgy. We need to be a bit more measured in our criticism, with a little bit of giving them a little bit of credit. Okay. Now, does Arteta delay his game plan? I think he delays his game plan. And I've come out here castigating him with how late he leaves some of his changes and how late he turns things around. Okay. So there are two questions here. Does he have a game plan? I think he has a game plan, and I think he has a plan B, right? Is decision making and implementing that plan B, is it questionable? I think it is questionable with when he implements the plan B. Okay, because he waits till 70th minute. And let's be honest, Arsene Wenger had that same syndrome of waiting till the 70th minute to make certain changes. I've had my problems with Arsene Wenger simply because of that several times. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but Tade, you can't compare Arsene Wenger to Mikel Arteta.
I am not. You see, this is the thing that gets me edgy. This is the thing that gets me edgy with you. Does anyone think I'm comparing him in terms of?
No.
What I'm comparing.
The team playing under Arsene Wenger, you can see what they're playing. You can see the way nobody is going to tell you this is the way Arsenal play. We don't have identity on this guy.
Why is it that you always twist my what you said now doesn't have anything to do with what I was talking about?
Okay, I'm listening.
I'm talking about one thing, you're talking about something else. This is not a comparison between the two of them. It's a comparison of ideas. That's what I'm saying. It's a comparison of ideas. I'm not comparing the two of them as coaches. No, I'm comparing the idea of making substitutions at 70th minute. That's all I'm saying. That's all what this is about. And what I'm trying to say is you can have a plan. Do you implement that plan well at the right time? That is a different question. I have my problems with Arteta of when he implements those plans. He implements them a bit too late, in my opinion. And that's when he's making those changes, I feel he should have done it a little bit earlier. But then again, I'm not the coach, right? But I feel he should have done it a little bit earlier. But when you say he doesn't have a plan B, it's almost insulting for any manager. I don't think any manager in a professional job will not have a plan B. They go for, I want you to go for a management course and see. There is no way you can tell me he doesn't have a plan B. What I should be hearing from you is he takes too long before he changes things around, which is one of the problems I have with him. And this is why I'm having this argument with you right now. I feel that you guys are making him look like a clown, like he's silly or something. The same thing with Emery.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, right, we've probably just tried to say the same thing in different ways, right? So, but at the end of the day, yeah, it definitely must have a plan B. It can't be that stupid to not have a plan B, to be honest, right? But the key thing is, because you implement it too late, it's too late for your plan B to affect the game. And that's what most people are saying. So it then looks like you didn't do anything to affect the game. But the truth is you tried to do something. You just did it a little bit too late that it now seemed to have no effect. And I really hope that because
I remember very well when what's his name, Emery came. Emery changes things around quickly.
Yeah, half time.
Very quickly. Half time.
But what happened to him? We still wanted him out of the club.
But Emery started. I think Emery, he really broke our hearts, man, because that first season, man, he took us to a level where we were all excited that we're back in the Champions League, and then we just bottled everything. That was.
I just reckon if Emery if he won that Europa League that time, I just think he will still be at the club right now. Because he doesn't want that Europa League.
Possibly.
Every single
could have brought him credit.
Bro, even if he didn't win the Europa League, I remember that season, 8 games to the end of the season, we were in 3rd place, 8 more games to go, and there was no top 6 team. There was no way
against Crystal Palace.
All we just need to do is to beat Brighton. All we just need to do is to beat
Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace. Crystal
Palace 3-2, then Leicester 3-1, then Wolves 3-0 or something ridiculous like that.
Even though if we have beat Brighton at the end of that season, we would be on the top 4 then. But we didn't beat Brighton.
Yeah, even without the Europa League, just taking us back to the Champions League, I think that guy will still be in the job.
Listen, guys, thanks a lot. I've done 2 hours now.
Before you go, you want to? I've just texted you my highlights from my final, so let's end on that.
Oh, did you win, Akuma?
Yeah, we won. We won. It's dramatic, man. Trust me. Watch the highlights. It's dramatic, man. So I've sent it on the private chat. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Yeah. I think I've lost your sound, Teddy.
Sorry, I'm on mute. It's really long. You don't have like the main part we should watch because I need to run.
That's okay. It's just that's the highlights. So it's 6 minutes. That's enough for highlights, isn't it?
quite long. It's quite long. I need to run now. I need to run, unfortunately.
Okay, no worries.
I'm just having a look at it.
Okay, no worries. We're gonna watch it. We watch it personally. We talk about it next time.
Yeah, I'll show you why maybe my friend wants me to play Ingo instead of Leno.
No problem, man. No problem. We'll definitely be signing you for Arsenal Football Club. Listen, Birmingham, Mosi boy Akuma, thanks a lot for coming on. Akuma, by the way, thanks for your tip. I saw it late, unfortunately.
Don't worry.
Take care, people, and I'll be seeing you guys pretty soon. All right.
Okay.
Take care.
Peace.
Bye.
All right. Nice one.